Greetings and salutations. Welcome back to another episode of the Queuing Up Podcast. I'm your host, as always, Damien Rocha Jr., and today we are going to do another episode where we strive away from the Marvel Magic the Gathering set simply because there's some cards that I might have to make edits on later on. So I just want to make sure that I have everything like collected on that, and then everything just sounds better, or like there's cards that might have come out in the set that I was unaware of that I want to add to it. So just add little snippets here and there if I need to. So today, basically what we're going to talk about is just kind of have like a normal conversation. It's going to have a main topic, but I'm more than likely going to drive off of that topic because you know how this podcast goes. We never stay on topic for more than 10 minutes before I go on a rant, but that's just me. I also, as you can tell, haven't been looking this way where I have all my stuff set up. I've been looking straight because I keep forgetting that I could adjust a like preview thing on this main monitor so I can look straight forward instead of being like this all the time and looking to see like if everything lines up. You can just do it right here. I forget technology works as long as you know how to work it, But the reason I wanted to make this episode specifically is just kind of have like a wind down episode, like calm yourself down, talk about things. And when I say overall topic, the overall topic is just going to literally just be talking. That's it. So if you're not interested in it, can't speak. If you're not interested in this episode, it's perfectly fine because this is going to be more of like just a background noise kind of video or podcast episode, I should say, where I'm just going to talk to you guys. It's that simple. Tell you guys certain games that I've been playing and how much fun I've been having. Good one that I've been playing a lot of is Slay the Spire, which is I think it's a roguelite game where the difference between a roguelike and a roguelite is a roguelike is when you die, you lose everything. Your upgrades, your health, everything, but you gain the knowledge of the like maps, the bosses, all that. Roguelite is you die, but you still get like progression. So like you still can get like things to upgrade, the weapons you got you can take with you sometimes. It's all a thing, but very fun. I've been really enjoying the roguelites. The roguelite games. The last year, 2 years, they've really been just something fun. Like it's a fun like aspect to play a game that isn't hyper competitive, and it's just nice to play a game whether it's solo or play it with your friends, and you can just play the game, have fun, get upgrades, get coins, do what you need to. But yeah, it's just something I wanted to talk about because Slay the Spire I've been playing a lot of it. And for some of you who don't know, it's literally just a game where you go through dungeons. I think there's only 3 bosses, but I forget how many. I think it's like 10 per like level. So you're essentially like ascending the spire. You start on level 1 and you go up. And at the top of each spire is a boss, and then there's a spire that goes off that if you beat it, and then it goes to the third boss. I've only beaten the game once, and that's with the first guy. His name is Ironclad. He's essentially a dude who has like a lot of health, and he applies. I think his whole gimmick is vulnerable. What vulnerable is a stat that if you apply it to either yourself or an enemy, whatever the vulnerable is. So like say if you have vulnerable 5, that means you take, I believe, 5 more damage to whatever they're hitting you for. So if they hit you for 10 and you have vulnerable 5, easy math, 10 plus 5, you're taking 15 damage. It's a really cool gimmick. He also has, I think, burn damage, something like that. He has another like thing that you can get from his cards. And the thing I like about it is when you play the game and you unlock things, you unlock 3 things at once. So I've only unlocked 6 things for him because you have 4 unlocks. And what it means is like every unlock level, you get 3 new items. I've only done 2 of his, so I got 6. Meanwhile, every other character I've gotten 6 or more because I think it's a max of 12 because you only have 4 unlock levels. I don't even think I've gotten close to getting to the last guy with the other 3 characters. Maybe. I think I have. Yeah, I have. I've gotten to the final boss with the last character, so I'm going to try to keep it in order. The second character, you can tell I don't play these guys that much because I forget their names. The second character is all about poison and weak. So weak is similar to vulnerable. Instead of making you more susceptible to damage, you make your opponent weaker. Not in the sense of they take more damage, but their strength goes down. So if they're going to hit you for 10 and they have weak 5, you lower their attack by 5 points, so you only take 5. And then she also deals with, I think they said it's a girl. She also deals with poison. So she applies poison to you, which takes health every like turn that your opponent takes. So if you throw 10 poison at them, their next turn they just lose 10 outright. because it's technically not doing physical damage. It's just draining their life of 10. Pretty cool concept. I really like it. And since it is RNG, it's a deck building RNG game. It is kind of like, it does kind of suck when you don't get the cards. Like there's one that it multiplies the poison counters by 2. So if they have 8, they'll go up to 16. And if you apply more beforehand and then double it, it's even higher. Pretty nice. It's pretty fun. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I just gotta play that character more to understand it and build a better deck. The third character is, in my opinion, one of the weirdest ones. It's a very cool mechanic, but weird. So it is a robot that channels different elements into it. So it has 3 orbs above its head. And it, like, basically you have cards that say, like, deal 2 damage, channel lightning, channel frost, channel darkness. I forget, there's another one. Is it poison? I can't remember. There's another element that he can channel. But it essentially, like, at the end of every turn, whatever the frontmost element is, it'll deal damage how many times you've channeled it. So if you channel it 3 times, it'll do 3, what is it? I think it's like 5 damage or something. It does 3 times the amount of electrical damage, but if you've done it once, it only does it once, twice. But there are cards that double how much you have, or even let you go higher. So there's cards that let you go up to 6, and then you can double it to 12, and then it'll do 12. But I forget if it does just like 12 instances of 1, or if it has like a set amount of damage. Frost slows them down. Like each one has its own, like, I think, attack stat, and then some of the elements can actually deal vulnerable, weak. I forgot what the other ones are. There's like another one, poison, burn. Like, it does really cool gimmicks. The last one is all about stance changing. It is someone who kind of looks like a monk when they fight. And essentially what they do is they have 2 stances, and then technically I guess the third one counts as, no, it doesn't, because it doesn't count as a stance. It's just like their normal, like, stance, I guess. So they have a calm stance, where I do believe they do less damage and they take less damage. But if you exit the stance, because there's cards that let you switch stances between calm and wrath, if you go into wrath, or if you just exit the stance of calm by just going back to normal stance, you get extra energy, because the whole game is based off of, like, energy. You get like 3 a turn. So cards in your deck cost anywhere between 1 to, I think the highest one I saw was 5. So there's ways to get extra energy per turn. There's ways to play cards for free, stuff like that. In this one, when you get out of calm, you get 2 extra energy. Now in wrath form, you take double damage, but you deal double damage. So if you want to hit someone for 24, you can, but now they went from 6 to 12. They're going to start hitting you harder. And there's going to be cards that I think are really fun with that, where you enter wrath, and then there's cards that hit multiple times. Like there's one of my favorite cards in the deck is called Flurry of Fists in that specific character's deck, where it costs 0. It deals 3 damage, 4 damage if you upgrade it. And it essentially, every time you switch stances or exit a stance, it comes back from your discard pile into your hand. So if you have cards that you can just keep playing that switch your stances, you can keep dealing that damage over and over and over and over. It's a very fun concept. The game itself is solid, very fun, very much enjoy it. It's just something that I've been playing a lot of. Another game that I've been playing a lot of that I want to play more of, besides Tekken 8. You guys already know that. I play a lot of Tekken 8 in my free time. I will probably never make a video on Tekken 8. I will probably never, ever live stream Tekken 8, because that game takes so much mental, like, awareness that I just feel like you wouldn't hear a single word come out of me besides me being like, yeah, damn, like getting mad or just hyping myself up. I would have no conversations like I am now with you guys. It would just be, I don't know, I feel like it would just be boring to you guys to watch that. But another game that is in the same category, you guys have played it, is Hades 1 and Hades 2. Hades 1 is a very fun game. It follows Zagreus, the son of Hades, who is trying to find his mother and get out of the realms of hell or the underworld. It's very fun. It's just a game it's in Greek mythology. There is, I think they said there's over 1,400 lines of dialogue, and not everyone has heard all of them yet, because it's just, you have to have certain instances in the game. You have to pick up certain weapons, fight certain, like, enemies, and it's always random too. It's random until you get to the, like, it's, how do I explain it? It's the same landscape, but the enemies are random unless you get to the boss. Like, the boss is usually the same, but sometimes you have, like, a special boss that's, like, different, because it usually goes in between, like, different bosses, but it's the same group of bosses. So for example, the first boss on the first level is one of the 3 sisters. I think it's the Fury sisters. So you fight one of them, you're guaranteed to fight one of them, but you never know. That's just how it works. Then you get super cool weapons. Like there's a what is it? I think there's a gun, there's gauntlets, there's a sword, there's a spear, bow and arrow, and then just his sword. And then not even that, you can also change. You can also change the weapons. What I mean by that is I think they're called aspects, and you can change Zagreus' sword to the aspect. I think it's the aspect of Hades, where the sword looks different, it plays different, it has different attributes, different strengths, different weaknesses, but it plays the same in the sense of like basic attacks, like just your normal attack, your heavy attack, your special. Pretty fun. And then you can like call upon other gods to help you with boons, and the boons are basically like favors, or they're the upgrade system essentially, where they can give you abilities like whenever you dash, you deal electrical damage. Whenever you attack 3 times in succession, you do fire damage. It's very fun. Hades 2 is essentially a different story. This one is where Kronos comes back and has basically the gods fighting on Olympus while he's fighting in the underworld, and he has trapped Hades. And now it's Melinoe, Hades' daughter, who's the younger sibling of Zagreus, is trying to save her father and save her whole family. And she has help from Hecate. She's a witch, I believe. I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure she's a witch. And basically, she has all the powers of like the underworld daughter that like Zagreus would have, but she's also infused with magic that she was taught by Hecate and can use spells and such. Very fun. I enjoy both games. Both games are very much fun to play. The music's great. The talking's great. The interactions are probably part of like the best things of the game. Oh, my throat's going dry. It's just super fun. And I love the aspect of you can grant gifts to these entities and these people. Like they have entities like Nyx, who's basically literally the night incarnate. You have other gods like Zeus, Festus, Ares. Who's the other one I'm thinking of? Aphrodite's in the game. There's one that I'm forgetting that I really... Oh, Hermes. Hermes is funny. And like their gimmicks or like the things that they're known for are actually like based in their power. So for example, Dionysus is the god of wine. He's the god of a lot of other stuff, but like wine is the one that they always depict him to be. And his whole gimmick is, I think is it dazed? Basically what it does is it like slows your enemy down or sometimes confuses them so they go like the opposite direction they want to, because you're getting them drunk by throwing your abilities at them or hitting them. Another one I think is funny is Hermes, the messenger god. He has to be fast and he has to be quick. So whenever you interact with him, he talks really fast, and in some instances he talks so quick that the game will just put his whole paragraph of words up instead of going line by line. Well, I guess depending on the interaction, because they all pop up, but it's very funny. It's just a fun game. It's very awesome, cozy little game to play. It's gotten on my nerves a couple times, but it's just mainly because I messed up. I picked the wrong weapon, or in some cases, you can actually sell your abilities to get more gold, to get more healing weapons, get other abilities. And that's usually what does me in, is that I end up selling an ability that I should have kept, because when you mix the god's blessings with like other ones you have, they sometimes can come together and do things. So for example, if you have, I think it's, you have Poseidon and you have Zeus, there are certain abilities that you can put together and it creates a new one. So if you have a dash that like causes waves because of Poseidon, it pushes your enemies away, and you also have Zeus's lightning bolt. Whenever you hit somebody, it'll put the powers together that whenever you dash, it electrocutes, like chain lightnings, anybody that's hit by the waves. So if you push your enemies away, each one of them is getting hit by lightning because they're getting hit by the water. And I was like, that's such a cool aspect. It's so awesome to see that. And plus, like I said, the like boss characters are really cool. Like there's Cerberus, Hades himself, and this doesn't ruin the game for you. This is literally just how they explain it to you. Like Hades himself will tell you, "I will meet you at the end." Like it's a very cool concept. I really much enjoy it. Hades 2 is very fun. Still got to play through it. I've only made it to the last boss, Kronos, once, and there's a cool aspect about Kronos. When you're fighting him, you can't pause the game. You cannot pause the game. I'm not saying that as in like, oh, you can't take break. No, he does not allow you to pause the game. If you pause the game, he'll go, "Do you think you control time?" And the game will keep going. You pause it again, he goes, "What did I tell you?" And it'll unpause. No matter how many times you pause, he'll keep saying something and unpausing the game. And he has this sequence where you're fighting him on like a giant clock, and he'll slowly start counting down. It'll go 10, 9, 8. And I don't know if it's like health based, to where if you get him down to a certain amount of health, it stops, or if you have to completely just take his health bar and kill him in that one run. Because once he hits 0, you just die. Does not matter if you have full health, does not matter if you have Death Defiance, you just die. Now, it is still early release, so maybe they fixed that now, because I've only made it to Chronos, I think, twice. I think it was only once. And I got pretty far my first time fighting him. I got to the second stage, and he just put me to work, and belt to ass, beat the hell out of me. I don't know, because I didn't know his techniques. I didn't know what he was doing, because it's a whole new stage. He's a whole new boss. And I was like, okay. But yeah, it's a very fun game. Very much enjoy it. It's a game that I should get back into because I've been playing other games. And the next game I'm about to talk to isn't a roguelite. It's just an RPG that's really fun. A lot of people have played it. Baldur's Gate 3. Absolutely love Baldur's Gate 3. I'm a big fan of Lord of the Rings. I have always been since I was a kid. I've loved D&D. I love the aspect of the fantasy world. Excuse me. And I love the fact of, like, I can bring my D&D characters to life with this game. So much fun. It's super cool. I have, I think, 4 playthroughs currently, or is it 5? I have my solo run, me and my fiance's, me and a group of friends, me and my other friends. So you have 4. I have 4, and I'm really, really thinking on making a 5th one as I, like, progress with the other ones. Because the game is just so much fun. There's so many different interactions. There's so many different races you can play as. Different classes in those races mixed together give you different, responses. Like, for example, without ruining anything for you, there's a character who's pretending to be a paladin, and my character in my solo run is a paladin. So he got upset that this guy is running around with, like, stolen valor, essentially. And he goes, you know what? Nah. Like, usually my guy is, like, very, like, let's talk about it. Nope. As soon as he heard that, he goes, I'm going to take, like, either you apologize or I'm taking your life away from you. And the guy goes, you can't beat me. Oh, boy, did that guy lose. Did he beat me a couple times? Yeah, I had to restart because the game, that's how it works. If you die or if you're, like, in a spot where, like, you're just losing, you can restart. And I'm like, well, guaranteed death here, because I forgot that that's supposed to be a later part in the story. Because in Baldur's Gate, the thing I like about it is it doesn't force you to go one direction. It'll give you something on the map that goes, hey, here's something that you can do. It furthers the story, but you don't have to. So I'm like, oh, cool. I found a shortcut to find a character, and I was like, oh, so I gotta fight these guys. Yeah, I'm under-leveled for that fight. I won because I took out all the lackeys first before I took out the main guy, and I was like, this is still going to be a struggle, but it's not going to be as bad as it was the first time. But yeah, like I said, very fun game. I think, what is it? My solo run, I am a Dragonborn Paladin. My run with my fiance, I'm pretty sure I am a Dwarf Fighter. With her and a group of friends, I am an Orc. Or is it my Ogre? Orc. Is that what it is? Yeah, Orc. I think. Yes. I'm an Orc Monk Barbarian. I do a lot of damage. It's insane. And then the 4th playthrough, I'm the same thing. I'm an Orc Monk. It's literally the same character from that playthrough with my friends. I just forgot about it. I was like, oh, yeah, I should probably just... Yeah, that's my bad, dog. Kind of messed that up. But yeah, game's very fun. You can play for, what is it? We've played for 10 hours and we were still in the beginning area. And now given, it's just because the beginning area is so vast and there's so much stuff to do. And there's so many NPCs and storylines within the first part that it takes a while, especially if you're playing with newer people, such as my fiance, who has only played maybe, I think, about the same 10 hours around there. And same thing now. She has 20 hours in, but she's still in this, like, starting area because that's just what it is. Like, she still has so many people to talk to, so many interactions to have, fights to have, hidden weapons, or just items in general, hidden interactions. It's so much fun. It's such a fun game. I highly recommend it if you really like D&D or if you like the fantasy genre. Very fun game. And like I said, those are basically, like, the games that I've been playing a lot of, is a lot of roguelites. I've been trying to get more into, like, competitive gaming in general. Not for the sense of being good, but just in the sense of, like, understanding that when you go into the competitive, you're going to get upset. It's bound to happen. Every time you play competitive is not going to be fun because, I don't know, I feel like I just kind of, like, strayed away from that path of being used to failure when it comes to playing a competitive game. And it's probably because I'm used to, like, games that when you die, you keep your upgrades, stuff like that. Whereas in competitive games, you just lose because the other person's better than you. That's simple. But like I said, just wanted to talk to you guys about simple things today, and those are the games that I've been playing. I know another one I want to get into or should play more, and I've actually reached out to my friend who loves this game. I'm pretty sure he said I got him into it, and I just stopped playing it. And it's called Arc Raiders. A lot of you have heard of this game. It is basically a loot 'em and shoot 'em game where you go in, you drop, grab stuff you need, come back, upgrade your guy so you run faster, you're quieter, stuff like that. It's a very fun game. It's very fun. It's very addictive. I can easily play that game like for 6 to 8 hours if I could, and it's just a nice game that you don't even have to really pay attention depending on who you are. It's like I have literally put on a podcast and I just ran around solo looking for mangoes. Was it mangoes or apricots? I think it was apricots. And I'm like, this is so fun. This game is so awesome. It's very fun. I really should play it more. It's a game that's just, I don't know, it just tickles my brain a certain way where if you need something, you have to go out and fight for it. Or people are nice enough to just give it to you and you're like, okay, I got you. But yeah, very fun game. It's very funny too because when you run around, you have proximity chat. And I've literally ran around and I've heard people singing and they've heard me singing. And there's like been times where like they join in and it's the funnest thing in the world. Or like we're having a conversation and someone shoots us. We go find them, shoot them, bring them down. And then we have a conversation in front of them. And then we pick them up and be like, hey, did you learn your lesson? All you had to do was ask. Very fun game. So much fun. I haven't tried playing. I booted up Slay the Spire 2, but some of you might have this where you have kind of like that completionist in you, not 100%ing the game. I mean, like beating the game with every character. It's kind of like what I did with every fighting game, essentially. If they have an arcade mode that has like multiple endings, I play that game and play every character so I can get every ending and see how their endings are like different from others or like how interesting they get. Because I don't know, it's pretty cool to just see like the what ifs, like, oh, what if this character won and got the ultimate power or got his one wish, or she devoured the dragon's heart instead of the main character. Like, it's really cool. And especially if they have like guest characters, like if it's like Mortal Kombat where they have Spawn, they had was it Kratos, Freddy Krueger. Like it's just really cool. What else is there? They had, I think it was Jason, Leatherface, the Xenomorph, Predator. It's so cool. Like, it's cool to see the characters, but if they have other characters from different universes come in and be like, oh, cool, so he gained the ultimate power. This alien from a different planet gained the ultimate power. It's super fun. I will say a game that I'm looking forward to is Marvel Tokon. It's literally just a Marvel fighting game made by the same people who I do believe it is Arc Systems, or is it ArcSys? Who they made Dragon Ball FighterZ, and I love Dragon Ball FighterZ. Dragon Ball FighterZ is probably one of my favorite fighting games of all time. It's probably, I'd have to reevaluate and do like a top 5 because it is in the top 3. Dragon Ball FighterZ is in the top 3 for. But overall, it's very cool. They already have my favorite villain, Doctor Doom. My favorite fictional character of all time is the Hulk, and they have him in the game. So I'll definitely be maining those two because I do believe, yes, it is a 3-on-3 game. So I have to find a third guy to play, and it's probably going to be Blade because Blade is in the game, and a lot of people are happy for it because Blade deserves the love of being a fighting game character because everything he has is a fighting game character. Like, he's a vampire with super strength, super speed, super reflexes. He's got a sword. He's got guns. He's got shurikens. He's just got weapons. And it's like, put him in the game. And I'm super excited for that. Really happy and really excited to play that game. It's going to be super fun. Dokkan Souls comes out later this year. I think they said November. I might be wrong. Whenever it comes out this year, I'm definitely going to play it. I should have signed up for the betas so I can play more because, you know me, I have that arcade stick that I really like playing. And I think I might customize because you can take off the like knob, you can take out the buttons and put the new ones in. I think it'd be really cool to get ones that are like, I don't know, probably Dragon Ball inspired because it's my favorite anime, or get ones that are like Hulk's fist, or like the Flash from DC, his Thunderbolt or his Lightning Bolt would be pretty cool. But yeah, those are games that I've been playing. I try to play more cozy games as well, like ones that are just meant to be fun and play by yourself, like Tomodachi Life. Tomodachi Life is one of the funniest games of the year, hands down. You can make characters from just about any anime, any TV show, any movie, anything, and they have such a like detailed list of how to like do their personalities that you can actually make them almost 1-to-1. So, like, for example, I have Naruto in the game. This dude was dreaming about puking up ramen. And not in a gross way. Like, he literally threw up a whole perfectly normal bowl of ramen and goes, huh, I want ramen now. I was like, that's literally just Naruto. That's Naruto's whole gimmick. And, like, that's just him, right? He likes training. He's very friendly and he likes eating ramen. And it's very funny seeing these characters interact with each other. So, for example, in the game, Naruto says that his best friend or his ultra friend is Piccolo because I created Piccolo in the game. But if I go over to Piccolo, Piccolo says, "Oh, I don't like Naruto. I don't get along with him at all." And that's what I find funny is that just because one character is friends with the other one doesn't mean they like each other. Like they both like each other. It's so fun. It's basically like the best way I can describe it is it's like Nintendo's version of Sims, and I really enjoy that. It's the only game that when time flows, because it's a game where time flows the same as it does in real life. And this is the only game that I'm okay with that with, because what was the other one? Oh, I keep forgetting what this one is. Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing is a fun, cozy game that you can just do things where you go like digging, you go fishing, plant some like flowers, do what you want. Very cozy game. And a lot of people say that it's just like, they don't like it. They're upset with it because there's no like progression, there's no story. I'm like, yeah, that's the whole gimmick of the game. The whole premise of the game is just build the island the way you want and literally just live your life on that island. It's an escape from reality and how you would live on that island. It's just like, because my only gripe with it is I wasn't a fan of like when you build certain things, they take a very, very, and I mean very long time to be built. Like they take like an actual week in real time. And I guess it's a good way to like get you from stop playing the game. So you don't just sit there and you keep upgrading freely. But at the same time, it kind of feels like, I don't know, it feels like a mobile game where you have to wait days on end to upgrade stuff. And it's just, I don't know. That's the only gripe I had. But then again, I get lost in getting fossils, making the museum look nice, getting fish, digging up treasure, grabbing fruits, making trees that bear fruits, making plants that bear fruits or other vegetables. It's very fun. It's a very fun gardener. A lot like, no, it's not. It's not a lot like Minecraft at all. Minecraft is a lot different, a lot more versatile. Which, by the way, I'll always say this. People who say that vanilla Minecraft is boring, I don't think it's boring at all. I just think that you're expecting too much out of a game that is literally built on your creativity. Because the whole gimmick of Minecraft is a sandbox game. It's built off of what you can imagine. So if you think vanilla Minecraft is boring, that just means you've hit your limit of imagination and you need someone else to implement something for you. Now, don't get me wrong, that's not a bad thing at all. It does make the game better. For example, you can play Dungeons and Dragons, you can play Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, you can add chess, movies, other video games within a video game. Very insane. Like, there's so many different mods. Like, there's one that I want to do with my friends where it's if one of you dies, all of you die. Because I think that would be fun. That'd be funny, I think, especially because one of us is an adventurer, one of us is a gatherer, and one of us is always the builder. And it's never something that we implement into the game. Like, we never force each other to do these things. We just like those aspects of the game. Like, I have a buddy. He loves going thousands of blocks away from home. Loves it. He loves adventuring. He loves finding new things. He loves integrating them into his, like, what is it? Like his waypoints that they have. A lot of mod packs have waypoints, which what they are is basically like a marble statue or any kind of like statue thing that you put down, you touch it, and then if you touch it again, you can go home and you come back in between the 2 points, if not more, if you have more waypoints. Very fun, very cool. It's probably one of my favorite aspects besides vein mining, which what vein mining is if you find a block of coal and you vein mine it, it doesn't just do the one block that you're mining, it does the entire vein of coal. So if there's like 7 blocks of coal behind that one, it does all 8 in one. Probably my favorite thing to ever be added as like a mod to Minecraft is just vein mining. It's so much fun. That and I think it's fire aspect, setting people on fire. That's not a mod, that's just in the game. Fire aspect is so much fun to have because whenever you hit something, it just starts burning. I'm like, yes, this is what I like. Because it would be cool if there was more elemental things that you can add to the swords in the base game, but the mods do give you games. Like there's one, I forget the name of the mod, but it basically adds every element because it's fire, earth, air, water, electricity. There's more, and I'm forgetting them. But there's death, like necrotic damage, where it starts like rotting you, poison damage. What else is there? Life, where it actually imbues you every time you hit them instead of the opposite. Like, it doesn't do damage at all. It just imbues people with health, but it does deal damage to your weapon because you're using it. It's a cool concept. It's very fun. I think the funniest mod I've seen that I've never played is one that's just called like the random mod. So like you open up a chest, something happens. It either spawns something in like an animal, a normal mob, like a villager, or it just gives you like the wither. Like it's every time you open a chest, something happens. It's so funny seeing clips of it because there's a dude who went into like a village house. It's very small. It's a one bedroom apartment essentially. He opened up a chest and the whole building just blew up. It's mods are so fun. Mods are so nice. Very much enjoy them. But yeah, there's a lot of games that I've been playing, or at least trying to play more of. Quarantine Zone is very fun. It's just like a life sim but with zombies, a quarantine simulator. Like I said, I've been playing a lot of roguelikes. I've been playing a lot of Baldur's Gate in my free time, which I probably play after this if I'm being honest, because very fun game and very awesome. And I don't know if I said this on the podcast either. Speaking of games still, I have been thinking about buying a Game Boy Advance SP. For some of you who don't know what that is, it is an original Game Boy that is a square that is 2 screens. It's like a flip phone. You can flip it open and play it. And the reason I want that one specifically is because, don't get me wrong, mobile games or like traveling games like the Switch or the Steam Deck, they're nice, but it's kind of hard to do what the game was originally intended to do, which is be able to put the game into your pocket. And I think Nintendo has always done a good job at doing that. But because of the demand of having bigger screens, you want controllers, it's made it to the point where it's essentially you're bringing a book with you. So instead of being able to put that big book, and it's like a hardcover book is how I describe it, instead of being able to put it in your back pocket or put it in your front pocket, you have to physically have a case for it, make it sure it's safe. Or if you're wearing a sweater or have a backpack, do that. But I don't trust that. I have to have a case for my electronics. Same thing with like my Switch, I got a case. Same thing with my phone, there's a case. Like anything electronic wise that I'm carrying around has to have some kind of case, whether it's flimsy or something, just that level, just to have an extra level of protection to make me feel like I'm not going to lose my mind or freak out when it falls. Because like I said, I love technology as well. That's another aspect. Like this whole rig that I'm using, the audio wise is like what? I think it was $600 to get everything. The mic was $400. This I think was $50. The sound interface by itself was $200. The extra cords and stuff, Steam Deck, all that, all that jazz, it cost a pretty penny. But at the time, the job I had was giving me a pretty penny because it was during the pandemic, where everyone that was working was considered an essential worker, and then instead of having them quit or get overworked, they would just pay you more, and that's what they did with me. And I was like, okay, I'll still complain here and there, but hey, it won't be that as bad as complaining. And I also do know that I want to start doing more vlogs or like more things that just kind of get into what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis, because I have so much technology that's used for vlogging or action camera or like action sequences. So like my GoPro, I can easily use that when I'm riding bike, when I'm walking, doing things. I have the DJI gimbal, like the phone gimbal that's used for vlogging. It's automatic, it extends, it does all the cool stuff. I'm like, I spent a pretty penny on this stuff. I should use it more. I also have a camera that's an $800 camera like set that I need to use that more, go out and start taking pictures more, start doing stuff with it more. Overall, just start experimenting with like different camera lenses, different like functions, because if I haven't, might as well do it. I'm also trying to not read as many books at a time. And that's just because I have this really bad habit of reading, and I read too much to the point where it burns me out. And then I don't want to just take weeks on end of not reading that book, or so many days without reading, sometimes months. I went years without reading a book, and it kind of bothered me. And that's why my collection on this side, as you can see, I had all these books, and I'm like, yeah, I don't read these. And I was like, oh yeah, I should probably read them more. And yeah, so it's like, once I finish the trilogy that I'm on currently, I think I'll take a break from big books and read more of my manga to get through it, because I want to finish my Dragon Ball Z manga, start the Super manga, finish or catch up with One Piece, because I'm on 826, I think it is. Yeah, I'm on chapter 826, and they're, I think, on like 1100 something. So like I'm close to the point where if I just keep reading, at least if I read like 10 chapters a day, I'd easily catch up. I could probably read more because I think you can read a max of 100 online on the app that I have. It's 100 chapters, which it takes hours to do that because it's 100 chapters. Each chapter is like 20 pages plus. And I understand it's a manga, but still, like you're still reading like different paragraphs and stuff, different like words depending on the manga you're reading. If you're reading Hunter x Hunter, have fun with that. It's a good manga. I've read it. I'm trying to keep up with it. It's just sometimes I get so bored with the explanations, but I'm happy that the creator does it because once I read it, don't have to ask about it again because I'm like, oh, it's that big boring explanation that I have to remember. Hey, I'm happy it's there because it's making me be like, okay, I understand now. But yeah, I want to read more of that because I'm also reading the Bleach manga because this year is the first year that I've had the opportunity to get both box sets and the light novels because I've had the third box set, which is the ending of the series since I was 18 or 19 years old because I finished Bleach and I was like, what? There's more to it. So I was like, I'll read the manga, which the manga was hype. I was so excited for it. But it's going to be cool reading everything that I watched to see the differences and just kind of see how things are like slightly changed or like how much filler is actually in the show versus in the manga. And I understand I could look that up, but I do like just experiencing it for myself. I do like the differences with Dragon Ball Z, how short some of the fights are comparatively. Like, for example, with Trunks, Future Trunks, when he comes back when it's after Frieza, right before the Android Saga, where Frieza comes to Earth as Mecha Frieza. So in the anime, I think it's like 2 episodes of fighting. Trunks beats him in like literally 2 moves. 2 moves. So what Trunks does is he talks crap to Frieza, and he shoots an energy blast at Frieza. Frieza jumps, and as soon as Frieza jumps, he cuts him to pieces and blasts him. I was like, it's that short of a fight. I remember him throwing like a death ball at Trunks. I remember him throwing a bunch of ki blasts at Trunks. I don't remember him fighting him per se, like hand to hand wise, like jumping him. He just keeps throwing stuff at him, and he just goes, "Hey, guess what? Catch." It was such a one-sided fight to the point where it's even more one-sided than I thought. Also, Trunks' backstory is super short. Like when they give you like what he went through, what he experienced, super short. So I really do like that the anime really extended that because it really makes you feel more for future Gohan and like Trunks and like what he's gone through instead of giving you just kind of like a real quick rundown. Like in the manga, he essentially gives him like a 5-minute breakdown, whereas in the actual anime, you learn everything there is to know about him. Excuse me. But yeah, pretty much that's all I really want to talk about is things that I've been trying to do, things that I'm going to basically get myself on top of and be better with because it's just like, I just feel like I have so much potential with things that I could do that I'm just kind of lacking in that sense of not applying myself to it. So I want to do that more. So probably after this, I'll probably go on a walk if I want to. Maybe go on a walk, maybe get some food because some of you don't know I've been eating healthier, not because of like health reasons, but because my fiance has celiac, so she's not allowed to have gluten. So I have made myself not eat gluten. It's been hard. I won't lie. It's been really hard. I've been slowing down to once, like one time every couple days, once a week. Now I'm trying to do once a week to the point where I want to just do no gluten at all, just so I'm guaranteed not to like, make her feel bad. And she understands that, and I understand that too. And some people might not. And it's kind of like, imagine being told right now you're not allowed to have sugar ever again. Like, for sugar, like you're not allowed to have sweets. You're not allowed to have baked goods. You're not allowed to have pies. You're not allowed to have sweet drinks. You're not allowed to have like candy bars, candy, like Skittles, stuff like that. Like you're not allowed to have any of that. Any sugar you have has to be natural sugars, like milks, fruits, veggies, stuff like that. That's how you get your sugars. That would be hard for a lot of you. Because the world we live in, a majority of stuff we had has a bunch of sugar pumped into it, right? So like there is a lot of good like zero sugar options. Like for me, I love the zero sugar Gatorade. I love it. It was weird tasting at first, not in the sense of like gross. The best way I can describe zero sugar stuff is like it tastes thinner. Not taste, but it feels thinner. It feels thinner. Like it doesn't feel as what is it? It doesn't feel as filling. Same thing with gluten-free stuff. It doesn't feel as filling, but at the same time, it satiates me enough to the point where I don't feel sick if I overeat. Or I don't even overeat with gluten-free stuff anymore. I just kind of like, I could keep eating, but I'll just wait a little bit to see if it's really that bad. And it never really is. That's the thing I like about it is there's a gluten-free bakery me and my fiance love going to. They have these things. I forget what they're called. Cookies. They're so good. They're so good. They're essentially just gluten-free cookies with like this cream in the middle. They're so good. I love them. Love them to death. I want to try to do more like gluten-free baking too because there's been a couple of ideas that I've had. Like I want to make my own gluten-free dough and make my own like gluten-free pizza at home because there is a lot of good gluten-free stuff that you can buy, but having the ability to make it I feel like would save me money to the point of every time I made something versus like going out and buying it for $20 a pizza. Just make it at home. Spend the $80 for all the ingredients or whatever it is and then make all of it multiple times and then I'd save $20 every time because I don't know. Like I've just been wanting pizza for the last couple days, but I want to do a gluten-free pizza just so I can get used to eating more gluten-free stuff. And having the capability to, bake with it is going to be really nice, really fun. Also, other than that, yeah, I think nothing really else I want to talk about besides those things and just get it right on into it because you know me, I like card games, I like reading, like video games, I love music, all that stuff. I just thought I would take a episode to kind of like pull you guys back, let you guys relax, let you guys breathe, ease your mind, just throw me off in the background, probably not really paying attention to me, and that's perfectly fine. Because, like I said, this is an episode for me to relax, you guys relax, us to just kind of take a moment away from the Magic the Gathering stuff, just to really kind of, not feel so overwhelmed with just the same thing over and over, because I often forget that this podcast is more than just Magic the Gathering, but there's other things that I get excited about. I just get super excited about sets, especially one that has to deal with Marvel, where my favorite character of all time is in there. I think he has 4 different cards. I'm so excited to just own them. There's only one Hulk card that I'm really excited about. The rest are okay. One of them I'm just not happy with at all. Like, I really think they could have done something better with him. It's just, I don't know. But hey, they get paid to make the cards. I get paid to buy the cards. Or, yeah, I get paid to work to buy the cards and then play the cards that they made because they were paid to make those cards. But all that being said, as always, thank you so much for watching and or listening, depending on where you are. You can catch me every Tuesday here on Spotify, unless you are using something else like Apple, Pocket Podcasts. I forget what the other ones are. Basically, wherever you find your podcast, you'll find me there, right? Also, if you want to watch more video instead of, listening in the video on Spotify, you can always go to YouTube on Fridays. So every Tuesday is Spotify, 3 p.m. Every Friday, it's 3 p.m. on my YouTube. That's The Real Rocha, capital T-H-E, capital R-E-A-L, capital R-O-C-H-A. I think it's A-A at the end. I don't know. I'll put it up or I'll just remind myself to tell you guys. But yes, you'll find me. It's very fun. I enjoy this. I enjoy making these videos for you. I enjoy people listening to it, even if it's just 2 of you. Hey, 2 of you, 4 eyes, 4 pairs of ears, 3 of us all have heard this now. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'll keep making podcast episodes because I very much enjoy them. They're very fun to make. I keep using the word much a lot. But yeah, that's all I want to talk about is tell you guys little updates about games I've been playing, things I want to do, things I have been doing. And, yeah, I think that's basically it. So, yeah, I don't have anything else to say. And without further ado, I'll catch you guys in the lobby the next time you decide to queue up.